So it's the Love and Hip Hop New York Season 4 Reunion Part 1. Recap, review, and opinion. I guess this is episode 13 if you count the reunions as episodes. Anyway, and to be honest with you, I kind of wanted to skip this review because of two reasons. Number one, the reunion sucked. And number two, because it sucked because of Monique, the fat fake comedian, was hosting. And I feel that I should have been hosting the reunion. No jealousy and no shade intended towards Monique. And for the record, I will be posting a separate video about this ridiculous notion that Monique won an Oscar and somehow she's lowering her standards to host this show. Now that's a crock of bull. I honestly don't have many nice things to say other than a few compliments about Amina Butterfly's looks and her performance. And with that said, the show starts out with that fat, loud, and proud Monique standing there with a rip in her dress. She probably tore it from putting it on her lumps of fat, and she's explaining to the stupid people why a lowlife like her would be hosting a pathetic reunion show like Love and Hip Hop, a show dedicated to has-beens such as Joe Budden, wannabes such as Erica and Nia, and never will be such as Erica and Nia. So Monique claims that she saw a marathon of the show one Saturday, and after seeing a bad actress named Tara slap doormat Amina Butterfly and Mother of the Year Erica and Nia acting like a fool, well, that was enough to get her to host the show. Well, that and the fact that they offered this annoying fat stereotypical black bitch a bucket of chicken covered in mayonnaise to host. So Monique introduces us to the cast of the show. Cynthia Santana. Yeah, it looks like she was added to the cast as a member, as I predicted. Yandy and Tara, and they're all on the same couch, right? Then the other women, Erica and Nia, Amina Butterfly, Tahiri Jose, and Erica Jean, are on a couch sitting across from them. Now that bald-headed drag queen, Nia Lee, is sitting with the guys where it should be, along with fellow men, Peter Guns, who's looking like Ray Charles, and them sunglasses, Georgia, Joe Budden, who's dressed as Mr. Rogers, Rich the Alcoholic, Saigon the Midget, who dressed up like a child on picture day, and the fattest dude on the show, Rashida, who dressed up as Big Bird from Sesame Street. First story up is Yandy Smith, who is continuing with her costume fetish because tonight she's dressed as the devil. Her makeup in here and her clothing scream out Satanism, and I don't think that they even wasted a whole 30 seconds on her lonely stray coochie cat. We found out that Yandy talks to Mendices 5 to 6 times a day on the phone, and he writes her letters. Wait a minute, 5 to 6 times a day? Did he sneak a phone in jail up that hole in his ass? What kind of prison locks you up and lets you talk on the phone for 5 to 6 times a day? Seriously, I want to know. Next up is Erica and Nia, who was dressed in a Christmas stocking with a lump of coal for a heart, and her fake girlfriend, Santana. Come to find out, Erica pursued Cynthia for a long while, and she tried to deny her, but Erica forced her into their relationship against her will. Can you say hostage? Erica states that with her being a woman, she treats Cynthia how she always wanted to be treated. You know, like crap. Erica goes on to say that everything that she didn't get from Rich or the other people that she's been with, she gets with Cynthia, which means that the other people that she was with were not doormats. See, Erica wanted a punching bag that would take the abuse, and she got that with Cynthia. The best part of the Erica and Cynthia interview is when Monique said to her, "Baby, is the fact that Erica's pussy tastes like Chipotle the reason why you're with her?" And Cyn was like, "Yeah, and I'm a simple girl." Duh, bitch. We all know that you're simple. Hispanic women are generally low maintenance. You feed them and pet them and they're happy. Oh, don't go saying that's racist. I'm sitting on about 20 jokes or so for when they put a slant eye on the show. And all hell is going to break loose when a tranny shows up. I have about 5 to 6 good ones waiting. Anyway, Rich didn't ever respect Erica and Cynthia's relationship because in his opinion, Cyn was just a prop, just a substitute rubber penis to replace him and what he gives to Erica. He then goes on to say that Erica is an attention whore and Cynthia is being used and manipulated by Erica the sociopath. Wow. He must watch my YouTube videos. Erica admits that yes, she did mess up, and she said it like 20 times, because she's a consistent screw up. But she wants for Richard to admit that he took part in this mess as well. Rich admits that he is in love with Erica Mena and states that if her and Sin are happy together, then he will move on. But Erica needs to stop sending him mixed signals. But she feels that he is the one sending mixed signals by doing stuff like slapping his lap and telling Erica the dog to come sit with him and give him a kiss. This bitch can't help but to like to be pet and scratched behind the ears. Can you blame her? All that Rich has to do is say, come sit on daddy's lap, and she does it. I haven't seen black folks this interested in a bad singer kissing her daddy on the mouth since Lil Wayne and Baby last locked lips. Come on, black folks. Get over it. At least Erica's a female. Wheezy. So Erica and Rich begin arguing like the crazy people that they are, and Monique grabs their hands and ew. Her fat arms look like baby legs. Oh my god, I almost threw up. Anyway, she grabs their hands and says that we are watching two people that are in love. In other words, the reason why Mona Scott sells us this filth is because fat black bitches like Mona Scott and Mo Eat think that love is screaming and acting like a lunatic. Anyway, when Monique says this BS about them being in love, Cynthia realizes at this moment that she is as useless as a third nipple. She has finally realized that yes, she is indeed a prop, and her and Erica are beginning to break away before our eyes. And there won't be too much time until I get with Cynthia. Just kidding. After this mess, we visit the cast backstage. Erica is in her dressing room, and Cynthia is chatting it up with her about the situation at hand. And Erica tells her to not tell her how to feel. So Sin ends up leaving and looking like she was about to cry. And Rich steps into the room and talks with Erica. And she lets Rich know that she hates him with the purest passion. Yeah. Rich, keep playing with them Latinas and Erica's gonna use you as her taco meat. She tells Rich to get the fuck out of her life for good. And we all know that that won't happen, because if there's one thing that we know about our girl Richard, she loves drama. Now we're catching up with Nia Lee, the African drag queen, and this bald-headed thing is disgracing the sacred peacock. He's wearing a tight white dress with peacock feathers on his shoulders, and while peacocks are pretty, Nia is not. He looks like a buzzard. After all those times that Rich called Cynthia a bird, I thought he was going to call Nia one too, but unfortunately he disappointed me by not saying a word. His mouth must have been occupied with the drink of liquor. Anyway, Erica took off that red stocking dress, and now she came back looking like a big Latin elf. Now, I don't know how things go down in the Dominican Republic during Christmas time, but if y'all got bitches like Erica running around in green dresses, I'm moving there. So Monique asked Erica and Nia Lee a great question. Has anyone ever told you whores that it's okay to be nice? And I fixed my mouth to express my agreement with that question, but I was completely thrown off, because whoever edited the show put up a shot of a bitch with a raggedy mouth, and I took the niceness that I had away, crumbled it up, and threw it in the trash. Now whoever edited it look at me talking like a Puerto Rican. Whoever edited in a shot of the chick whose teeth looks like she smokes bullets needs to be fired immediately. She has a mouth like a puppy. Now I've never in my life seen teeth like that on a human. I mean, if I stuck my dick in her mouth, it would come out braided. I mean, she could put a potato in her mouth and shit French fries. Her mouth looks like a staircase. There's different levels to that mouth. True. I mean, all them damn steps in there looking like a marching band at Alcoholics Anonymous. I never seen anything like this before, Jesus. Old all-purpose Swiss Army knife having mouth. I want to take this chick with me camping. She's versatile. I bet she can open cans and cook a 5-course meal with her mouth. Nah, but for real, chicks with teeth like that give head that'll open your chakras. So hit me up, girl, with the Ginsu grill. If you see my blog or my videos, feel free to message me. I was totally kidding, and we need to be friends. I got a job for you. So Nia and Erica start arguing about who the bigger whore is, and it's pretty much the pot calling the kettle black, or the stripper calling the hooker hoe. They are going at it over Nia's credibility or lack thereof, and to make a long story short, they get up to fight, and one of these skinny bitches stepped on Monique's fat foot. Remember when she was in that Busta Rhymes featuring Pharrell music video for Pastor Cavassier? My pinky toe, you mother. Yeah, just like that. Come to find out, Erica and Nia Lee are a lot alike. They are both two non-musician wannabes, opportunists, whores with big mouths that love to fight and argue. And by the end of the conversation, they figured out that they're in the same sinking hobo. Get it? They say that loose lips sink ships. And those two big nasty snagapus that they have between their legs sunk the Titanic. Yeah, hoes get blamed for everything nowadays, even the sinking of the Titanic. Anyway, if you know anything about gay people, gay men and gay women are generally scumbags and scam artists, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if Cynthia and Nia Lee have done something together. My spidey senses are tingling. I swear that they smelled each other's tacos before. Next up is Joe Budden and Tahiri Jose, who was wearing a teleportation device on her wrist. She came from the future as her bitter self to argue with Budden. And Joe swears to this day that he did not cheat on Tahiri. He still claims that he just had a slumber party with a friend or a conversation or whatever, and that makeup wasn't from him smashing heifers and making hamburgers. So they're talking and Tahiri's flaring her nostrils, and Joe lets her know that she looks like a bull, and that scares him. So she lets him know that, yeah, like Edward Scissorhands in the bathroom, she's not playing. And he knows what time it is, and if he doesn't know, she can buy him another watch. And with snooty comments like this is why I'll be marrying an Asian woman. No, not like that thing Tila Tequila. I mean a decent one, like a sweet Japanese chick. Shishin. I can't stand me a feisty woman. A smart mouth on a woman is a dumb move, unless you want to be single or with a sucker. No decent man will ever put up with a woman with a mouth like Tahiri's. Tahiri states that Joe's proposal was not enough for her. She wanted him to gain her trust first. So she had to say no to drugs. I mean no to Joe. Well, if you are what you eat or sniff. Anyway, Joe brings up an extremely valid point that all American women need to take a note of. Tahiri said that she's moved on, as in she has better options and she doesn't need to be with Joe anymore. And Joe let her know with the quickness that he has moved on as well, and that women are not exactly hard for him to find. So y'all chicks need to stop playing like men don't have any other option but you. Just remember, Joe Budden bought 3 girls to his father's house to come hang out. So what does that tell you? So Tahiri, being the immature basic bitch that she is, made sure to poke fun at Joe's sweater in the middle of a serious conversation. Trash. And when Joe questioned her loyalty, she started crying and carrying on. But Joe brought up another valid point, that besides their personal families, all that they have is each other. No one else is looking out for these 2 druggies like the 2 druggies. So it looks like Bobby doesn't want to let Whitney go completely yet. I don't know what language I just said that in, but anyway, I know I would have let Tahiri go. Message to you, Tahiri. You're past your expiration date. You've had saddlebag hips since at least the 3rd season of the show. I would tell you to take a seat, but I recommend the treadmill in your case and to take the stairs because you need the exercise. So last and certainly least is Tara and Peter Dirty Feet Guns. For whatever reason, Tara is continuing with her terrible hair fetish. She looks like someone cut her hair with a Flowbee. Remember that thing that you used to cut hair with, the invention that you put on the end of a vacuum hose? Yeah, moving along. When Monique asked Tara what her issue with Amina was, Tara said the fact that Amina threw her marriage into her face was the actual issue with her. So basically Tara, who was the real mistress, had issue with the real wife, Amina, because of how she presented the information to her. In other words, it was an ego thing. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Anyway, I have no sympathy for Tara because she didn't give a darn about Amina's feelings, and she went and bragged about committing adultery with Peter behind Amina's back. So Peter is tired of hearing Tara badmouth Amina because Lord knows that Amina's mouth is bad looking enough. So he let Tara know that Amina deserves better and that Tara knew that something was going on when he didn't come home for 2 days at a time. You know, being as smart as Tara claims to be. For example, I saw her in a Hot 97 interview where she bragged about being smarter than Peter. Oh, and let's not forget that at some point in their relationship, Tara cheated on him. So Peter states that his lies were above and beyond, and Tara swears that she believed his lies and had no idea that he was making bunny ears behind the back of her head and making a fool of her. And Monique let Tara know that with her being the other woman at one point, this was just her turn to be played, and Tara agreed. Thank you, white Jesus. The bitch finally admitted that she deserves it. Dunk me in hot sauce and drop me off at a black barbecue. So now it's time to see a performance of my favorite Amina Butterfly song, Don't Wanna Be Right. And yeah, the video was cheap and tacky, but she did a hell of a job producing the beat and she sang her tight, yogalicious booty off. Her performing the song was good news. However, there was very bad news. Peter Gunz, who was thankfully not on the actual song, rapped the verse on stage before Amina began singing. And Peter is so whack that Justin Bieber would beat him in a rap battle. This was the worst rapping that I've ever heard in my life. He said some garbage about marrying his side wife and divorcing her and starting all over again, and how if he was in the Wu-Tang Clan, his name would be Old Face Cheater, and how he's the broke version of Stevie J, and how he can't stop cheating and whatnot. And then he had the nerve to end his corny verse off with some mess like, hold up, wait a minute, look at the bottom of my feet. You can't tell me I ain't running shit, or I ain't at least running in it. Really, Peter? Peter, I don't know which stinks more, your feet or your rapping. Come on, son. Get the fuck out of here with that and go wash your funky ass feet, running around looking like a penguin. Now, for the record, Don't Wanna Be Right is the whore anthem of the year and the side wife song of the millennium. Think about it. The side chick gets the ring at the end. Wow, Amina, you're doing big things. You might be the greatest mistress of all time. Tara admits that she was an Amina fan in the past, but hearing her music now does make her feel uncomfortable because adulterers like Tara have feelings, you know. Now, she can go cheat with the woman's husband and then have the nerve to catch feelings when they sing a song together about their relationship. I swear, Tara is full of herself. Amina, on the other hand, is beautiful. She looked like a mixture of a gladiator and a dominatrix. She's just all around beautiful. I mean, she's something else. I don't even mind that her mouth looks like she's part dolphin. So yeah, that was about it for the show. We have to wait till next Monday for the continuation. I'm still pissed that I didn't get to host a reunion. Oh well, maybe next year. See you next time for the next review, and don't forget to comment below and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more reality TV news, reviews, recaps, and opinions. And if you like it, share the video on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, MySpace, or two cans with a string in the middle. In other words, tell a fucking friend.